So you can spread out, come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. You can let your eyes close or take a soft gaze. And each exhale, allow your body to settle and release a little bit more. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you. And let's go ahead and stretch arms overhead and reach long through your arms and legs, your fingers and toes. A big yawning reach. Interlace your fingers, press out through your palms, flex your feet. Reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release and bring your right knee to your chest. Grab hold of it, hug it in close, and take a little jiggle or rock with your knee. Straighten right leg up, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times. Both directions. Bend your knee in. Open your knee out to the right and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the left leg. Bend your knee in and then guide it across for a spinal twist. Open out through your right arm, let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. And then staying in your twist, straighten your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal. Seeing if you can notice something new, moment by moment. How do you bring curiosity to what you're doing? Let's release, roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, take a circle or rock with your knees, massaging lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop the right leg long, squeeze this knee in close, maybe a little jiggle. Straighten left leg up, holding somewhere behind the leg. Flex and point. Circle your ankle, a couple big circles. Both directions. Bend your knee in, open your knee out to the left, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side. Keep coming right back to now. And anytime you notice yourself leaving, past, future, somewhere else, it's coming back in. What's here? Release, bend your knee, guide it across, spinal twist. Staying in your twist, try straightening left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. And then roll back onto your back, bring both knees in. A little circle or rock, feeling what's touching the floor. And let's drop the feet to the floor, draw the belly in, press the lower back down from the inside. Interlace fingers behind your head. Exhale, lift head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Up and down. Keep going like this. Try not to use too much momentum or arm strength. Let it be the contraction of the abdominals that's determining the movement. Two more like this. Last one. Release down. Now bring your right knee in and your left elbow across so they come towards one another. Stretch the right leg long. Knee in. Reach long. Knee in. Reach long. Knee in. Reach long. One more on this side. Same thing, other side. Let's bring the left knee in, right elbow across, and then stretch left leg long. Knee in, reach long, knee in, reach long, in, and long, in, and long. Two more. Last one. And then release, stretch both legs up. We're going to outwardly rotate the legs, bring one leg in front of the other, and then switch back and forth quickly as you slowly lower your legs towards the floor. When it gets difficult to keep the lower back on the floor, head back up. Slow lower and lifts. Quick switches, legs really straight and strong, but jaw relaxed, eyes relaxed. One more lower and lift. And then release. Bring your knees in. Make your way up to sitting. Let's come on to hands and knees, tabletop. If you'd like to pad your knees, you might grab a blanket. We'll set hands right under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, lift, head and tailbone arching, stretching the front side, and then round. Draw the belly in. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now inhale, arch. Shift forward to dip down, elbows hugging the sides of the body. Press up, round, arch, dip down. If going all the way down is too much, do what you can. 1 or 2 inches could be plenty. Press up from there, round, arch. Go forward to dip down. Press up, round, arch. One more time, dip down. Press up, round and sink back to child's pose, spreading the lower back. Finding a relaxed position for arms, neck, shoulders, head. What does it feel like to let go? with arms out in front of you. Walk your hands over to the left. And then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Come back to center. Let's lift up through table. Come into downward facing dog. You might pedal out your feet a little bit, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor. Waking up the backs of the legs, the calves, the hamstrings. Check that your fingers are spread. All the effort, all the action, all the doing that's required to be in this shape. And with all of that, can you surrender as if you were in child's pose or shavasana? Can there be action and surrender? Let's walk hands and feet towards one another and hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Bend your knees a little or a lot. Might take a sway or shake out here. And then bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. And into mountain pose, Tadasana. So feet can be together or apart. Imagine the back wrapping around to the front, bringing stability for your core, for your back. We'll bring hands together at the heart. And if you like, you might call to mind an intention, a word or phrase or feeling that you'd like to bring into this moment, this practice. Let's take a full A-series sun salutation. When you're ready, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, coming through, high push-up, lower down, chaturanga. Come into your back bend, taking this as gently or deep as you like. Could be just a little baby cobra, or up dog, or anywhere in between. Back to down dog when you're ready, hips high. Let's take 5 deep breaths in a good resting pose. So that could be down dog, but it could just as well be child's pose or sitting or forearms or knees. Last breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, arms high. Fold forward, swan dive down. Lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. It's time from down dog. Let's take the right leg up. Bend your knee in. Start circling this bent right knee in the biggest circle you can make, exploring your full range of motion. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge, arms up. Sink low. Look for space, length, expansion. Look for grounding, letting go. Last breath here. Tip forward, standing splits. Try and do this with hips square. And upper body letting go, like ragdoll. Even the face, whole head releasing. Last breath. Step back, warrior one. One more breath here. Release. Make your way back to down dog, feeling what you're doing. Slow, steady breath. When you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in, start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight and then bring your left knee towards left upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across. Reach it up and back. Right towards the center of the chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge, arms up. settle in. All the doing, all the action, all the feeling of this, and then can there be surrender? Last breath. Tip forward, standing splits. One more breath here. Big step back. Warrior one. One more breath. Release. Make your way back to a good rest. 5 deep breaths. Letting go. Last breath here. Come back through down dog. Step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's take just the right arm up as we inhale. Come over to a side bend. The left arm can provide a little support. Big reach like a yawn. Past the fingers, past the top of the head, whole side body lengthening out. Reach a little further out to come up. Release down, same thing other side. Reach a little further out, come up, release down. Let's interlace fingers, press out through the palms. Bring the arms up by the ears. Shoulders drop, arms reach straight. And then rise up onto your toes for a little balance. All the doing. Trying to stay in balance, attending to alignment, and then can there be surrender, even as there might be wobbling or falling. Start to fold forward, attempting to balance. You can bring your hands to your legs wherever they meet. Make sure you're not locking your knees or overstretching, folding to the depth that you can, embracing the falling, the wobbling, whatever's here. Release, drop your hands. Drop your heels. Drop your head, let that go. And then sink the hips back and down like you're going to sit back into a chair. And start to reach the arms back and up, opening the chest. And then feel like there's a weight on the tailbone drawing down and a balloon on the head floating up. Shoulders drop low, fingers reach high. Corset wrapping around, strong core. Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhaling, flat back. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Big step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3. And you can adjust the outer shape so it suits your needs. See if you can square off the hips, connect torso and left leg in a straight long line, any arm position, supporting leg bent as you need. Last breath. Step back, warrior 1. Release through your movement transition. Slow, deep breath. From down dog, left leg sweeps up, big step forward, high lunge, taking your time. Arms up. Warrior 3. Last breath here. Step back, warrior 1. Release through your movement transition. Back to your rest. Letting go. Last breath here. Come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Let's take a twist. Left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. If you can't get your elbow, you can use your forearm or whatever you're able. Rolling open through the top shoulder, lengthening the spine, all 4 sides of the torso as long as you can. Last breath here. Come back to center, hips low, arms high. Same thing other side, right elbow across. Work the palms towards the center of the chest, open through the top shoulder. Last breath here. Back to center, hips low, arms high. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the chest. Fold forward, wrap arms overhead, and you can separate your feet hip width apart or wider. If this is too tight for your shoulders, you can also separate your hands by holding something. Release the arms all the way down. Let's lower the hips, come into a squat, malasana. You're welcome to put a little padding under the heels or widen your stance or turn your toes out or even sit on something like a block. I'm going to open up the knees using the elbows. We'll work our root lock here, Mula Bandha, same as a Kegel exercise. As you exhale, draw the pelvic floor muscles in and up. As you inhale, release that. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. And then engage and keep holding, keep breathing, drawing in strongly through the bottom and connecting that up to the top. Feel the full length and space that you take up. And then release, come back to a forward fold, feet back to parallel. Any arm position. So you might grab your big toes, you could take a handful of your hair and pull your head towards the floor. You could give your neck and shoulders a little squeeze. If you'd like to try crow, take a little step back from the front of the mat. If you're not interested in crow, you can either stay folding forward here or come back to your squat. If you'd like to try it, hands shoulder width apart, knees somewhere to the upper arms, and then just leaning out over a cliff. No need to get anywhere. More weight in the hands, less weight in the feet. If the feet do become weightless, you might lift the toes up. If they're not weightless, just can you be patient? You feel where you are, slow, deep breath. If you were in your hands, come back to your feet. Again, any arm position. If you want to release your wrists, you could rub them or circle them or slide your hands under your feet for stand hand. Let's release and make our way back to down dog. If you want to come through crow again and perhaps work on hopping out of crow, you're welcome to. No pressure. You can do whatever you want to do. Feel what you are doing, whatever that is. Finding your way to down dog. From down dog, right leg sweeps high, big step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's take a twist. Left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. Palms towards the center of the chest, opening through the top shoulder. And then release, hands to the floor. You also may want to grab your blocks. We're going to drop the back knee. You may want to pad it with something, a blanket, or rolling up the side of the mat. Let's take the hips back for a hamstring stretch. Inch the front foot forward, flex toes back. You can bring your hands as high as you need to. And if at any moment you want to back out a little bit, you can come higher or let the back round a tiny bit. If you want to go deeper, you could bring your hands lower, go more towards a flat back or even towards splits, Hanumanasana. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. Bring both hands to the inside. You can bring your blocks with you. Turn out through the right foot. Let's come down to lizard pose, either on hands or elbows. Feel free to adjust anything, shifting weight this way or that, changing the angle of that front foot. If you do want to try adding a quad stretch, you could bend the back leg, reach for it, and draw it in. I like opposite hand. You could do opposite or same, or if it doesn't work, don't do it. Release. Let's come up to plank height. So hands shoulder width apart, tuck the back toes, lift the hips up, and then shimmy the right foot a little down the mat and lift the right hand. So you come into a side plank, variation of side plank. You're welcome to stay here or take any other variation. You could drop the bottom knee, you could come down to your forearm. There's lots of top leg variations you might try. Last breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog. Slow, deep breath. When you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Come into a twist. Right elbow cross or right hand to the floor. Let's release. Hands to the blocks, drop the back knee, pat it if you like. Hamstring stretch. Inch the front foot forward, flex toes back, and then fine tune your way. Feeling how things may even shift breath by breath. You can always back out a little or go deeper, including coming towards splits. If you did slide forward, slide your way back, both hands to the inside, turn out through the left foot. Lizard pose. You can do whatever you want to do. Just let your doing be purposeful. That we're not just going into habit or paying attention to the choices we're making. So you might add a quad stretch or not. And then release. Coming to plank height, shimmy the left foot further back and we'll lift the left arm up. Side plank variation, taking a similar variation to whatever you did on the first side. Release. Making any movement transition. Any neutral shape. Letting go. Let's make our way to kneeling. Feel free to pad your knees, rolling up the front of the mat or using a blanket. We'll set up for camel, a little back bend. Try and have pelvis neutral, strong core, maybe a little extra effort to open the fronts of the hips and keep the lower back long. Hands to the top of the buttocks. Roll your shoulders and elbows back. Lift the chest. Head can stay forward the whole time if you like. You could look up, you could dunk your head back. You can keep your hands where they are or reach back for the heels. If the heels are too far, you're welcome to keep your hands on your hips, or tucking your toes might give you the couple of inches you need. It's not better to go further. It's better to honor your limits right where they are. Last breath here. Release. Come up and then sit back. Child's pose. If you like, you can take rabbit, grabbing the feet, pulling against them and rounding your back. Let's make our way to sitting. Extend the legs forward, flesh of the sit bones back. If you want to sit up on something, that can be useful. Use your hands to support you, whether that's on the floor or the feet or something around the feet. Going towards a flat back, towards folding. Catch yourself wishing it were different. When we don't know that that's the experience, it colors the experience, but we can't do anything about it. So we want to bring those thoughts right up into consciousness. And then we can consciously set the record straight. Right now it's like this. That's the fact of the matter. We're each doing our best, given what we understand and are capable of doing. We are meeting our limits as they are and growing and learning as we do. Let's release, come up. We'll bring soles of the feet together. Grab your toes, your ankles, lengthen, fold. Elbows can push into the knees if that works for you, or you might instead support yourself in a different way. Let whatever you've been taught about any of this be the jumping off place, a good starting spot, and then really being curious. How does this work for my unique body in this moment? Using what I know, but not being limited by what I know. Let's release. Come up. We'll keep right leg where it is, more or less. Left leg out. Right arm up and over, side stretch, gate pose. Of course, it's easier to embrace what's happening in some poses and harder in others. So useful to be in those others. Let your head fall, and then take the top arm out and down. Drop down through the right shoulder, stretching right side of the neck. Press into the bottom, hand to come up. Use that hand to lift your head. Let's switch the legs. Left arm up and over. Big reach like a yawn. Let your head fall, take the top arm out and down until the shoulder pulls down, stretching left side of the neck. Press into the bottom hand to come up. Use that hand to lift your head. Let's open both legs wide. You can use your hands behind you, in front of you. You can lean into something. Fingertips, palms, elbows, a block, the floor, chest, forehead. If we let go of any right or wrong about this, what are you curious about? Bring the upper body back up. Lean back, draw your legs in, shake that out. Let's come back onto our backs. You can bring your knees in, they'll circle or rock. And then just check in with your body. What's needed? What would feel like a good closing to this practice for you? You might find yourself just automatically doing something that's probably just what you need. You might just be sitting in the question, not knowing. That's great. That's a great place to get more comfortable with the not knowing. Whatever you are doing right now, can you feel it fully and let it be like it is? You might take a twist, a restorative pose, an inversion, hip stretch, back bends, forward fold, really anything or nothing. Each time you finish something, you might practice asking again, how about now? What's needed? And when nothing else is needed, you can make your way to a good resting pose, Shavasana. Take your time. If there's any way you could care for yourself, be even more comfortable, feel free to adjust your clothing, grab any props. Do a little self-massage. When you found your good enough position, maybe a couple of extra deep exhales or a sigh as you let go to the support beneath you, all around you. And take a few moments of, to the best of your ability, not doing anything. Bring a little movement back into your body slowly. Increasing gradually. When you're ready, bring your knees in and roll to one side. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. You might come back to your intention, or perhaps there's a new one for this moment moving forward. Maybe we could all send a little wish out, amplifying each other's intentions. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Hope you have a great rest of your day.